This week, I suffered a scratched eyeball. Like, I've even been going to work in an eye patch. As always, I'm sorry, Snake, your Game Pass guru. Or Fat Nick Fury. And while other creators would use this as an excuse to take time off, not me. I'm too metal. If you doubt my ability to declare something metal, then I will smirk at you across the misty hellscape from atop the lookout, glaring down upon all this which is now mine as I wipe the blood of my fallen foes from my blade. Nerd! Okay, we'll dial it on back. A bit too much there. I've been playing a lot of D&D. Don't judge me. If you're into metal and you're a first-person shooter fan, then today's going to be interesting for you. In fact, if you're the kind of gamer who's ever thought to yourself, you know what Doom needs is just a dash of Dance Dance Revolution.
Nope.
Gonna continue dialing back here. Not that deep into rhythm. Today we're gonna be playing Metal Hellsinger. And while it's not DDR and it's not Guitar Hero, what this is a game for those of us that have that nerdy little part in your brain that likes to live in rhythm, in sync, if you will. Because that's super not metal of me. If you're the kind of person that likes to have those rocket launcher blasts go off at exactly the same time as the beat drops, or you find yourself dashing across maps in time with the drums to a game, this is built for you. Metal Hellsinger is a rhythm first-person shooter set in a bullet hell actual hellscape. I can't express, I'm making a lot of jokes here, but I loved this game, and I think you're gonna dig it. Have I hyped it up enough?
Truth is, not yet.
Whatever, we're gonna look anyway.
I remember this place like it was yesterday. Wish I didn't.
That was us. We are her, and she's a badass. Here's how shooting works. You can pull the trigger at any time, but the more you line your shot up with the rhythm indicator in the center of the screen by the reticle, the better the damage will be, and the higher you can build up your multiplier. Simple enough, right? Yeah, don't forget though, you're playing Doom now. The story will cover this, it's simple enough. The devil watched the trailer for The Little Mermaid and decided to go all Ursula on our heroine, who is now voiceless. And she picks up a skull that is talking to her and shoots fireballs out of its eyes. See that little guy right there in our hand? And he talks to her, and in turn talks for her as the narrator of the game to us. She sets out on a one-woman, one-skull quest to defeat all different aspects of the devil, which are scattered throughout the hells, and in the process, gain back her voice, while handing out heaping helpings of absolute mayhem, carnage, and destruction, with a side order of gore to help cleanse the palate. If we're completely honest with ourselves, the game is nothing special in the looks. It's pretty graphically, it does the job, but it's hell for hell's sake. We've been here before. Hell looks just as drab and hugely and desperately in need of a Selling Sunset makeover as it ever has. And the enemies all look like they've never seen the sun, while also being absolutely fucking scorched at the same time. There's basically 3 types of enemies in this game. Ones that tickle, ones that hit, and ones that are trying to absolutely dogpile and rail you. So, in that regard, it's like a simulator of my last relationship. As you progress, these enemies all change color like Goku, and that means they are harder, but luckily for you, this isn't even your final form, so by the time you get to them, you are also stronger, and so are your weapons, so it winds up being a wash. The boss fights, honestly, are pretty underwhelming. They're all against the same devil, since you're defeating aspects of her, so while visually they are very stimulating, you basically wind up having to fight a whole bunch of glowy orbs that you need to avoid while doing chip away kinds of damage. on a boss, and then you do the same shit at the end of the next level, and then rinse and repeat. Now, if you're still here at this point in the video, then I haven't talked you out of the game yet. With that in mind, why not go ahead and hit the like button? Because we're about to really get into the meat of this game. Since you're still here, you are most likely a well-cultured gamer with an interest in the idea of mindless violence for the sake of relaxation and tension release. This game is going to level that shit up. The fights are exactly the kind of stressful that you would be looking for in a bullet hell shooter like Doom or Serious Sam, but with the added need to connect to the rhythm of the game. Meaning there is need, more than in those, to not only have the right weapon, but be on the right beat to rise to the occasion. The rhythm is one song per level, but unlike Midnight Fight Express, this game built its audio into layers to tell you information the game needs you to have. Listen to this. Okay, so this game tells you where you are at, combo-wise, through its sound. When you first start and your multiplier builds to +4, the drums and bass will get additional guitars as well as clarity. The higher your health, the more clear the sound is. The lower, the more distorted and muted, while the gunshots become a little more overwhelming. By the time you're up to a 16x combo, which you see at the top of the screen, you'll be in the middle of the vocals. And when those kicked in, the game's audio has told the story of how your experience is going because the music is what you are affecting. This layer is fucking thrilling to me, and it sells the immersion in the epic, if drab setting we find ourselves in. The music in this game cannot be oversold. If you are a metalhead, you're going to enjoy this lineup as much as I did. We have work here by artists like Randy Blythe from Lamb of God, Matt Heafy from Trivium, Alyssa White-Glues from Arch Enemy, and fucking Serge Tankian from System of a Down, to just name a few. They all brought their absolute best to this game, and I cannot wait to play through the trials, if only to get to experience more time interacting with this soundtrack. There we have it, my thoughts on Metal Hellsinger. We just discussed that not every game has to be revolutionary. Sometimes Game of the Week is perfect, and for me, I'm always looking to scratch the itch for that chaos first-person shooter, and this one, well, this is gonna live on the external hard drive because I will be playing it for a long, long time to come. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked the video, throw a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. New videos as often as I can make them as a restaurant manager. If you didn't like the video, you've been here quite a while. Thank you for writing it out. Why not subscribe to the channel? Maybe there will be one that you do connect to in the future. We have a lot ahead of us. Be on the lookout for the new series we're going to start here on the channel, Game Pass Platinum games. OG Xbox players will remember the Xbox Platinum series that was re-releases of greatest hits games. Well, we're going to be going back through some of the ones that are classics, legendary games, maybe in some of your cases, overlooked or hidden gems, all which are available on the Game Pass. We have so much ahead of us as we continue to Sherpa up the mountain of Game Pass. Imagine seeing all these games coming out the remainder of 2022 and being the kind of gamer that's not getting them on your subscription. I wonder what they're doing. I declare bankruptcy! Thank you guys so much for the support here, support on the podcast, support on the socials. We'll be back with another one before you know it. Thanks so much. See ya.